would say sunglasses would help, but I'll take snow blindness over freezing to death any day.
I'm still freezing to death.
I think that the reflection of the snow really does warm you up quite a bit. My hands aren't going numb carrying these pails of water without gloves, so even though it's only what, 5 or 8 degrees?
6.
6?
Yep.
Puppies don't care.
Let's turn this around. It's definitely warmer than yesterday. Hey puppies! What do you guys think about the snow? You like it. Y'all are crazy. Hi piggies! Oh, she's so cute.
Puppy's thirsty?
Wow. That rooster survived.
Puppy's thirsty?
I was definitely concerned. He was sleeping out here by himself, but I can't catch him. He's one that Pearl hatched out, and he's lived out in the pasture ever since he was a little baby, and he's a little wild. What you doing, buddy? What you doing?
Healthy animals take care of themselves.
I know.
If you have sick chickens or old chickens, they'll probably die.
We did lose one of our oldest, yeah, we lost one of the meat bird chickens, those things.
But
I got a lot to say about them.
It kind of
And we lost our oldest.
goes back to that old saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink.
Yeah. We lost our oldest.
There's plenty of shelters around the farm
Yeah.
for them to get into. Like this rooster, he'll hang out here and get in here at the pigs if he needs to. I've seen him in the dog box. Sometimes some of them will sleep under the dog kennel. We've got little lean-to shelters. Some of them get inside the shop. We've got a coop. You can provide all these structures for them, but if they still want to land in a tree or roost out on the ground, you can't run around. When you got 100 chickens, you can't run around taking every one of them to shelter. They have to have some survival instincts.
Yeah. We lost our oldest, what are those things called?
Sapphire Gem?
Oh, Sapphire Gem, yeah. Yeah, she tried to get shelter. She curled up underneath the wheelbarrow, but it's kind of sad.
She knew
Sad
exactly
way
where
to
the
die.
coop was. I don't know why she didn't go to the coop.
She slept in the coop every night. I mean, I don't know why she stayed out, but made me feel pretty bad, but she had places to go.
Save this.
Puppies were thirsty.
Come on, hang on, I got more water, girl.
Oh, you thirsty?
She's trying to drink last night. I drank water at midnight for her.
Yeah, they're pregnant. You ever been pregnant? You get thirsty.
Hey, come over here, girl. I got something for you.
I think she's content right here. Oh, you poor babies. Were you thirsty? Tomorrow, it'll be cold again. Then after that, we'll have 2 warmer days up in the mid to upper 40s. Then it's going to drop back down. A high of 29 on Friday, so won't be as bad as this, though. Pigs. Tilly, you look good. Did you sleep better? A little warmer? Tater. Whew. That's not for you. No, no ma'am. That's not for you. Levi, here's your feed.
said to just put the feed where they can't get to it for now, because I put water in there. If they're not drinking it, we'll give them the feed.
Whew. Hey guys. You guys got them big old burly coats on, huh? What you thinking, pup? Whew, okay, I gotta switch hands. Hands frozen now. Calf still in here? Hey guys! Woo! I'm glad you made it. Woo! It's warm in here.
Is he still alive?
He's alive. Oh, spider webs. It's warm.
Looks like he's.
It's like 50 degrees in
Looks
here.
like he's chewing his cud, so he must be healthy. Let's see if this makes him stand up.
Come on, buddy.
Come here.
Get over here.
Get up, boy.
So Dakota posted that short about him having worms.
You can still tell he's a little weaker than the black one, but.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I'm surprised he's alive today
Hey,
from
buddy.
what he was like yesterday. Here, Kev.
We have actually, Dakota's dewormed these calves
Like weekly for
Yeah,
a few weeks
a
now.
lot. So this wasn't something that we just screwed up
ignoring.
on or ignored. We just realized after looking at their fecal
Look at
that it was.
Look at spider webs.
Is that frost on the?
yeah, look at the frost.
Wow. That is all frost. These spider webs.
Whoa.
After looking at their stool and stuff, we realized it was probably segmented tapeworm, and the dewormers we were using does not kill tapeworm. So,
Well, fenbendazole kills some tapeworm, but I was just kind of ignorant to the fact that there was different tapeworm.
yeah.
But the black one was doing, I wouldn't say 100%, but he was responding positively to the safeguard. This guy just seemed to stay the same over and over and over. And finally, I did a little more research on tapeworm after about the third week, and we got albendazole, or
Valbate. That's what it
valbazin,
is.
same thing.
Valbazin's the brand. It's just albendazole's the actual wormer.
And this is actually, I mean, he's not always this active, even over the last few weeks, which is why we knew they had parasites. So it looks like the valbazin has done its job. I'm just gonna say that the reason he got malnourished and dehydrated the last couple days was because he had such a high parasite load that died off at once
Yeah,
from
probably.
the valbazin, because it actually worked.
These calves are, let's see, they're born in September. So they're 4 months old now.
Middle of September.
Yeah, and we're in the middle of January. So they're 4 months old. They're weaned, but this
They were,
bottle really helps.
they were pretty tiny when we got them.
Yeah.
So I mean, despite the fact that they're still really small, it's hard to really tell how much they've grown unless you go back and watch when we brought them home. Both of them fit in a dog crate like real easy. Now you might be able to get them in that dog crate, but you'd have to cram them in there, and they wouldn't be standing up.
What you doing, girl? She's fitting right into the herd. She got all 5 doses of antibiotics. Surprised she doesn't hate us after having to vaccinate her so many
I
times.
think she was a bottle baby. 'Cause
Or not vaccinate, but
I think she was a bottle baby because whenever I was feeding him last night at midnight, she was just watching me.
Yeah, she'd come back in again. That's funny. Hey,
She looks
June.
like Irene.
I know, she's pretty. Can't really see you with this bad lighting, but one thing I really want to do this year is learn how to do fecals under the microscope. Really want to get good at that so we can get a better idea rather than just guessing. I mean, it would have helped to figure out what type of parasite he had in the beginning. We could have tackled this a little bit earlier on, but we seen in his stool sample there was little broken up pieces of just, it looked like a bunch of white worms all throughout his poop, but if you look up segmented tapeworm, that seems to fit.
He's gonna be all right now, though. Yesterday I
survived
was
the
really
worst.
thinking he was gonna die.
He survived the 2 worst days. Alright guys, we got back from church a little while ago, and now we are going to get that goat, the tank battery set up. The goats are due to kid. The earliest they could kid is in the next 5 days. That's early. They could kid then, but we're expecting them around the 30th. So we are going out there to the corral right now to put some lime down and then a bunch of cedar shavings and some hay, and check on the rest of the animals, get them fed and get their water, the ice broken, or get them some fresh water. So follow us along. These Jersey cross calves are such a pain. They tend to be very weak, so looks like we're gonna have to bring him up in the yard again and feed him and nurse him. He's so thin and skinny. We've dewormed him a second time yesterday with Valbazin, and it's probably why he's feeling bad. It's another worm die-off is what I'm guessing. But we're gonna keep a close eye on him, and over the next couple days, if he's not improved, we'll probably get him to the vet. He's been doing good the last several days. He did fall out on the ice. I had to slide him back in. He couldn't stand up because it was too slippery, but he's been walking around, mooing, eating great. I think it's that parasite die-off that's going on with him right now.
So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be putting some lime down. It kind of acts 2 different ways. It dries up the bedding so that parasites can't thrive in it, and then it also reduces the smell of the urine and stuff in here, because goats will urinate and poop in here a lot. So
Let's go show you what it looks like.
and you do not want to breathe this stuff, so a mask would be best, or just try not to get in the air a whole lot.
Same concept with diatomaceous earth too. We were gonna do, but a little costlier, I think.
If you put this down, you don't want your animals to lay directly on it, so because it's rough on their skin and bad for their lungs. Now the puppies are in here.
Yeah, I'll get them out in a second.
But so what you're gonna want to do is put this down and then you're bedding on top of it.
Yep.
Try not to breathe it in. Spread it out as low to the ground as possible so it settles out and you don't breathe it. Or just wear a mask, but I've never been very good at that.
So we're actually close enough to kidding season that we're gonna go ahead and close this door off. We're gonna lock Tilly and Tater Tot back in the other side of the corral, and then we'll be keeping a close watch on these girls. We got, I think, 6 of them that are bagging up pretty good. So they should be all kidding around the same exact time.
But you can tell this will irritate your skin eventually if you don't get it cleaned off. Which actually we have a new secret remedy for dry skin. But so gloves might be necessary if you have sensitive dry skin. But we've almost got this completely covered in about 4 or 5 scoops of lime. But last time I put about half or a little more than half a sack in here. For whatever reason, Atwoods doesn't sell lime. Oh, they sell diatomaceous earth, but it's pricey. So there's not going to be as much this time, but it doesn't take a whole lot to really dry that out. But I'm going to put about 1/3 of a 50-pound sack down in this. I don't know what the diameter is maybe 12 foot, 10 or 12 foot diameter shelter. So 1/3 of a sack will get you covered pretty good.
Where did you buy this? At the feed store?
Sepulpa feed.
Yeah, call around your local feed store. Ask for hydrated lime. This brand is, what does that say? Snow Bright?
Every feed store should have it if they're a good feed store.
Yeah, just check around. Atwoods could have it. Our Atwoods is not the greatest. But call around and look for it. You can look it up online so you kind of have an idea of what you're asking for. So this time we actually went with cedar shavings. We did pine too because those cedar shaving bags are small and pretty costly actually. But we figured it'd cut back on the smell.
Trying to keep some of that ammonia smell down for these babies.
Do you want to put this on bottom and that on top, or just mix it all?
All this on bottom.
Way better.
And if you didn't know, if you're going to be mulching this into your garden, cedar is extremely beneficial to your garden because it repels bad bugs and stuff. So that might be an added benefit to using cedar as your bedding.
Yep.
Which we do compost this into the garden. There it is.
All right, now you guys can see.
And
Fresh and clean for all these babies coming up.
and we'll keep an eye out for some straw hay. See if we can find some local. We've already filled this. I already mentioned that we put lime down before. So before we pinned up our yearlings to keep them from getting bred, we limed this. We put a bale of straw down, and this will be the second time this fall/winter that we've come in and limed it. Now we've got wood chips, and if they haven't started dropping kids in the next 2 weeks or next 1 week, we'll probably try to find that straw hay and maybe lime it one more time and straw hay it again. And it's just gonna knock down the parasite load, keeping it really dry in here and keeping the urine off of them and the manure and all those things out of direct contact with the babies. And then it's gonna make an extremely good mulch for the garden. And if you don't know this, goat manure can be put directly in the garden without having to compost it down. So, but it's already in a composting. This is basically an active compost because it stays warm enough in here. If you keep adding these layers, it's just gonna keep composting.
Same concept as the deep mulch bedding and the chicken coops that a lot of people do.
And then and all this nitrogen from the goat manure, llama manure, all this stuff in here is going, and urine is gonna speed up the decomposition of these wood chips. Because these wood chips, if you didn't have all that nitrogen on them, they would sit in your garden for 2 or 3 years before they break down. But this will break down in about 1 season by the time it goes in the garden.
Yep.
Every time. Sorry, you're gonna be locked out this evening. Close. You'll lay on. They definitely do like it when it's clean in there.
They do, yeah. Look at them. They're so nosy. So the few that are out here that I can point out really quick that are bagged up pretty good is that white one right there, which is one of Walker Family Farm goats. Eleanor, of course, and Missy right behind her. These two, they're both bagged up pretty good. And even one of Missy's daughters, I believe, Darla right here, I believe she is also bagged up pretty good. And then Irene, who you can barely see poking her little head out right there, she's bagged up probably the most. So at least those.
What about our new mower girl over here? Mower cross.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't really.
She definitely got some bags.
Oh yeah, she's bagged up too. She might be a couple days behind the other ones. Tater, do you need some love? Hey, bud.
So this little brown cat's going down on us again. Kind of a loss of appetite and whatnot. So I'm giving him some electrolytes and charcoal right now. We think he's got gut issues from the high parasite load and the kill off from the wormers.
Tater, get out. Get out.
I'm gonna get a couple tablespoons of charcoal in his stomach to help
Tater.
absorb toxins.
Get. Go.
And then I'm gonna give him a shot at Tylosin just in case he's starting to get a little septic or something. And you know he's not feeling well if he didn't try to get away from an antibiotic shot like that. But this right here is the ticket, hopefully making him feel better. Some warm milk.
Nice to see you.
Now this milk is mixed about 50% concentration because I really just want water in him, but the milk will get him to drink it.
Did you put electrolytes in there
A
too?
little bit of electrolytes. And don't ever underestimate what charcoal can do. If there's anything bad in their gut, toxins and stuff, it'll really help absorb it. I don't know if we'll be doing Jersey crosses ever again, because we just haven't had good luck with jerseys. We had a bottle calf Jersey one time, and he was always kind of sickly. But other calves we've had haven't necessarily been like that. We did lose one Charolais bottle calf, kind of mysteriously, but he was never sickly. He went from being, you know, perfectly healthy to just pretty much dying.
Yeah, actually, we videoed all that. We never did post it because it was just a really hectic week for us. But I still have all that video footage, and I'll probably post it, and then we'll just do a voiceover explaining the whole thing, because that was some stuff that we learned that would be good information to pass along and help you guys. Tater Tot hadn't had any issues.
Yeah, but he nursed on a mama cow for a month.
Yeah.
20 days or so.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, dairy farms want their babies off probably after the second or third day. They get colostrum and then they get booted.
It's
So
not the first.
yeah, first day. It's unfortunate because just 3 weeks it would drastically improve these calves and their outcome on life. All right, we're gonna check back up on him a little bit later. All right, you guys, we're gonna take care of the rest of these animals, and then I will be doing a video on supplies soon. I'm waiting on a few more things to come in, and then we'll go over our whole entire supply shed over there and how I have everything organized, and just some key things to have on hand, some things that are a must, immediate must, and then some things that you should think about just adding slowly over the time, and then what we put in our kitting labor bin, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, just a box for as soon as they drop kids that we'll bring out here. We'll go over all that in detail, so keep an eye out for that video. It'll be posted here within the next week, and hopefully that'll help you guys out. But in the meantime, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and we will catch you guys on the next one.